Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, by now, Tuesday nights, or what we like to call Tuesdaying here, St. Ricketts, where fire cannot burn at www.saintricketts.com. I kind of like it when it plays in the background and turn the volume down a little bit.
Like a real DJ.
I know, right? Like professional stuff. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday night. Welcome back for another live episode of The Yo Show. You. I'm Jeff the Shark Perini, your host for a Tuesday night to kick back, enjoy. With me, as always, she is the co-hostess with the mostest. Truly the sister from another mister. And one inquisitive-looking face tonight that she can't quite figure out what she's looking at. We love her very much. She is the one and only Miss Jewel Tatey. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening. How are we doing tonight?
We're doing okay.
Hear me
You
okay?
are a little sluggish. Yeah, we were. You're like freezing. You're like behind a little bit. Oh man, JD Wolf COVID, dude. Good to have you back and better
no.
because we know how that is. All right, Jewel, you're caught up again. I feel like you were off for a bit. Now you're back.
I don't know.
All right,
I
so
don't know if I should
tonight.
switch because
No, so far so good. Looks like you're back. It's doing good. The new camera's looking great. The audience gets a great look at your face. Tonight, Jewel, we are not the Yo Show. We are the No Show because very unfortunate news probably about a minute ago from our brand new good friends at Core Public Relations. Mr. Andy Ross had a last minute emergency and was forced to cancel. So our guest tonight, Mr. Andy Ross, will not be here. We do apologize. We're looking forward to it. It's got some great music, a nice country sound. Cool guy. But, as we always say, Jewel, life happens, especially on live programming. I agree, JD Wolf. Oh, my, indeed. As far as we know, it's not health related, so that's good. But
pivot.
we move on. We move on to another Tuesday night. Jewel, good evening. What's new? What's going on? How we doing tonight?
Oh man, I know. Feels like ages, right?
Right? Are you on a slight delay with your new computer? It seems like I say something and then it takes you about 10 seconds and you deliver.
I'm gonna see if I can like seamlessly switch.
Okay, we'll try it out. In the meanwhile,
But keep talking.
I'll keep.
Okay.
Imagine me being told to keep talking. I was eating popcorn earlier. I spilled it all over the floor. Now there's a crunched up kernel I just stepped on everywhere. Anyway, a massive thanks to last week's guest, the band Victoria Fire, and they were great. I absolutely love them. Terrific. I'm in love with the lead singer. She's sensational. Love the band. They're great. And we played one of their songs. And I'll tell you what, since we don't have a guest, we might play some music later on tonight. I've got that one fired up and some St. Ricketts stuff and other good stuff, just in case, I know, this is the love affair with people that watch on a consistent basis. JD Boy, I did just clean. I vacuumed. I dusted. The studio is all nice and pristine, and wham, there is popcorn all over the freaking ground. Even today, my wife said, "Go." No, I am. My wife said, "You're going to have a great show tonight. It's all nice and clean." And I just went and destroyed it. I'm a disaster.
Oh my God. And he was munching in my ear. He knows how much I love that.
I do tend to forget. This giant thing in my face does magnify the sound by a million. And, Jewel comes in backstage, like we both do. We get in backstage a few minutes before we start. Just kind of shoot the breeze of what's going on. And I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, I'm eating popcorn. She said, yeah, you don't say. Could totally hear it through the microphone. I tend to forget. It's a curse. Jewel is sharing the hell out of the videos. If you're out there, no excuse not to watch it tonight. Here's a great little picture. Let me show you this real quick. This just came on. and a very handsome young man ready for bed. It is my nephew Robert. Look at the superhero robe. Look at the
Oh,
hairdo. All nice and combed. You look fantastic. He looks fantastic. I love it. Welcome to everybody tuning
oh.
in. If you're
Is
just
that
tuning in
Marvel or
now,
DC?
that's
Oh,
Marvel. We're a real family around here.
okay. I am
Love
gonna
it.
switch because I am lagging. 1 second.
Thank you, JD Wolf. Is a handsome, looks just like his uncle, without the beard. So that's stunning. And he's got hair. I haven't had hair in forever. Miss Joey already in the house dancing. Little she know that there's no dancing. Well, there is dancing though. We're still going to play music. If we're just tuning in now, Andy Ross, forced to cancel last moment as public relations people, shot me an email a few minutes ago. The great team over at Core. Don't worry, there'll be other Core people on. Jewel Teddy will be right back. She's doing a computer swap. She's got an occasional freeze. Look at this gigantic picture of my face. And it looks like J.D. Wolf's calling me a handsome young man. So let's take that down, shall we? There we go. I am not a handsome young man. I'm an extremely old man. I've got my Eagles shirt on tonight, as you know. J.D. Wolf, you know quite well, too. The NFL playoffs are coming. Big time of the year, man. Big for your Vikings and my Eagles. And starts this weekend, man. I can't wait. Monday night this year, which is abnormal, but a Monday night game this year as Tom Brady and the Buccaneers take on the down-ass Cowboys on a Monday night. A lot of great playoff games. Ali Commissaro in the house. It's spelled different here. Boy, you're always so
Oh,
incognito. Looking great. We're feeling great. Thank you, of course, tomorrow night, 2.0 returns. Ali will be in the house. Our guest will be actress Ivy Smith. So, good stuff coming up. We got so much new and improved stuff coming up. Ali, I'll save our special guest announcement for tomorrow night since it's yours, your landing. We have a guest announcement coming on tonight for somebody who was on the show with us a while back. Back when we just did audio, but coming on now for video. Speaking of video, Jewel just went on a Pixel and then came back.
what the hell?
It is not your night, bro. It is
Oh,
not
I see
your
it.
night.
Oh no.
Yeah, you
Okay.
pixeled for like a millisecond. Oh, it just hit mine too. So your TV's ahead of mine too. This is bizarre. But you do look great, I gotta tell you. The lighting, you got the lighting down to a science. My lighting is,
I don't.
I still feel dark. I still have the big light patch on the Funko Pops. Can't quite figure it out. But
I
you,
need lights that make me look like tan. Can we get
well,
that happening?
I mean,
I just look like a ghost all the time.
no offense, I love you and all, but there is no such creation yet, young lady.
Aw.
You are lighter. You're paler than me. Well, my face is always the Italian olive skin. The rest of me,
Yeah, I'm like translucent.
yeah, my legs are like flashlights. I'm telling you.
I had to
Um,
get into like a bathing suit this weekend, and I was so scared. I'm like, I need a tan.
Allie, I agree. Allie's got a new setup that we're preparing for tomorrow night as well. I got a sneak peek of it when I went to her house to discuss some items. Looks great. It's a nice new setup, and she's like, "Look, I want to be like you guys. If you want to be like us, just be better."
Well, I tried to upgrade the computer. I was trying to use hers, but this is like a basic, stupid Chromebook. I don't know why this works and the nice laptop doesn't that I just bought.
You're not telling me this is a. I go on a computer, it's like my wife's old work computer, because the new laptop I got, the sound comes out horrible. The old computer froze and doesn't work.
What the
I
hell?
can't even plug into the Ethernet, whatever frig they call it. So I use a sound card and prayers, and it's working good. This
I know I
10
have
cent
that big
computer.
microphone too. Like I can't even hook up the big boom mic to the new laptop.
You can't?
No, I can't do anything. I need help.
Oh,
I'm not
dude.
a tech person.
Like we always say, man, live, the best of live. But yeah, like me too. Like this thing didn't work for weeks, and then one day I unplugged it all and I plugged it back in to start working. I don't know.
I think I have like the same one. Like it looks like that.
Yeah, it probably is similar. This thing cost me maybe like $40,
Yeah.
and works like a champ.
Somewhere. I do
So
have one of those huge ring lights. I think I should invest in like another one. I don't know.
this
When we were in the studio, the camera quality was good, and that was on a freaking iPhone.
is
So
that amazing? He put a
yeah,
phone inside a light thing, and the lighting was great. The picture was great,
yeah.
and
Like
it
I
was an
have one of
iPhone.
those. Like look, Like one of those big things. But
That's where all the magic happens, boys. Jules' bedroom.
oh yeah, live from here.
Yeah, live from here. Um, Now I'm echoing too. Like, I don't know. We're a disaster. Isn't it?
I know. It's okay.
And I looked at the TV just to get a second glimpse of Jules' bedroom. What's up, baby? How we doing? It's where the magic happens. Anyway, so tonight, Jewel, I know as text messages go, we text each other. Sometimes we lose each other for a course of days. Did you get the top 5 list or the text?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So we're going to fire it up then. I'm shocked.
Okay.
Usually we pay homage to the guest since the guest is not here. We're still doing a top 5 list. And it's top 5 songs with America in the title. It could be
America.
America. Could be America.
Yeah.
Could be American. Could be USA. Could be United States. Could be the good old US of A. Anything. Right. That is the magic behind the O show. Bow, chicka wow wow. Right from Jules Better.
Yeah. But
I more or less am in a basement. We have, as if you're a longtime fan of the show, you've heard. I'm in the basement. Let's start with the top 5 list. I will fire it out. I know Jessica Barth knows I'm in the basement also.
yeah.
And I'm now in her doghouse because of it. At number 5, American Psycho by Triple Charger. Right. It's a very rare song. It was on a Madden soundtrack. I love the song. It's more of a early 90s band, Trouble Charger, but it's tied with Estelle and American Boy.
Really?
I love that freaking song. I'm telling you. I used to make fun of my brother for singing it, but I love that
Oh
song.
my God. Duck's like American Boy. I'm like, no, I hate that song.
American Boy. Good call, Duck. Wherever you are out there, we love you. Great call. American Boy by Estelle tied at number 5. Number 4, Green Day's American Idiot. I used to not like this song. I felt like it was poking fun at us Americans, but it is a pretty rocking song. So, it's got American in it, so that makes it. Number 3, She Was an American Girl. Mr. Tom Petty at number 3. Great song. Love Tom Petty. Still miss him to this day. Saw him live a couple times. Great concert. Great artist. Number 2, one of my all-time favorite, maybe a closet favorite, if you will, for you James Brown fans, Living in America, which was from Rocky 3?
Living in America.
America. Ah! Say ah to ah. Station to station. That's enough of that James Brown impersonation. But yeah, Living in America, number 2. And number 1, I don't care who sings it. I'm loyal to Kate Smith for the Flyers days, but it is God Bless America. That's easy. Like, come on now. I still love America.
I like Jen Peg singing it.
I've actually never heard that. Oh, our good friend Meg Russell gave us a like tonight. Thanks, Meg. We love you. I love me some Meg Russell. Great artist. Lovely woman. Jewel Taney, how about top 5 songs with some sort of American in their title? And notice I came back with USA just for you.
Yeah, and that's not on my list.
What?
Come on.
Free.
Bruce songs on that. Bruce is on my list, but not that song. But number 5, I just kept singing it when I heard what the top 5 was, but yeah, America, fuck yeah. Team America. World Police. Number 5.
It's called America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't even know, but I like
to
it.
save motherfucking day, yeah.
And the band is World Police. Man, I gotta get out from under my
The
rock.
band is DVDA, I believe.
Oh, I'm definitely on a rock. Okay.
That stands for something I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Number 4, Horns, American Money, and this like blew Borns up. This and Electric Love, but Horns' first CD was very good, and then he fell off the map, and then I'm such a fan of that dude. I hope he comes back. Number 3, man, American Land by Bruce. Now this is like
Okay.
it's like an Irish song. Like we always play it at St. Patty's. It's also like, it talks about the hardship, kind of like Born in the USA, but you really have to like listen to the lyrics. But it's made a home. It's very Irish jiggy. Number 2,
Getting jiggy.
American. Lana is,
Mhm.
she always romanticized America for all her songs. Her last album, Norman Rockwell and everything, but her song American was on her first album, and I enjoy it very much. And she talks about Bruce. She's a very huge Bruce fan as well.
I couldn't believe it because I went to look up American songs. I'm like, huh, what are the chances of Lana Del Rey having one?
She has
Sure
a
enough.
lot, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah. And number one, of course, my boy, happy belated. But young Americans, young. He was like
David
young
Bowie.
American.
And it's a great song and a great choice too.
You know who sang backup on that?
No,
I think I told you before, but Luther Vandross.
really?
He's like,
Wow.
young American. Oh yeah, he's a backup singer. You gotta watch the video.
Yes, and a happy belated birthday to the late great David Bowie, one of my all-time favorites. There's a lot of people were posting Bowie all over Facebook, which was very cool. Bye Bye American Pie. You know why?
No.
Yeah, I don't like that song. And you know,
Overplayed. It's played so much. It's like Don't Stop Believing. Like, oh, stop
Right.
playing it.
like one of these times you're gonna have a top five songs with "Stop" in it. That's not gonna be on there.
Oh, just overplayed songs.
America.
It's like, I got a feeling. Please, for the love of God, just stop playing the song. The song should be burned. No, I mean, it's a good song. It's just,
Yeah,
all the time,
it
in
definitely
your
has been
face.
overdone. It's kind of like every Memorial Day when the rock stations play the top 500. And when you get inside like 30, it is these same songs every freaking year. Like, you could set your watch to like 11:58 on Memorial Day to hear Stairway to Heaven somewhere.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and
That's why I worked on 94.1. It was the same songs. It was Who, AC/DC, God, I don't know. I was like, we're playing the same 5 songs like every single day.
Man.
Annoying.
that'd be pretty
Here
cool.
it is again.
Now, how does that work? It was a question I always asked. I don't know if you were that involved, but when you worked at 94 YSP, who picked the songs? How did the song process go? Like, did the DJ say, I want to play this, or is it like, here's your list, pick from this?
There's a list.
I
Now there's
figured.
like an extensive, just
Library,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
But they're given a list.
Do and do not plays. Because I would love, like, because I would call in. You know, that's actually American Badass by Kid Rock is a tremendous song. I forgot that song. And that's a
Good call.
great song. I love that song and I blast. That's a great song. I got to see if that's on my list. But, like, when you would call in for a request, I would call in for, like, Kiss. Now, no radio station played Kiss back then. And, the DJ would humor me. Yeah, okay, kid, see what we can do. It never came on because I'm sure it's not on the list.
But like Pierre, he just does whatever he wants. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah.
You have
Like-
to have some pull.
Like he goes into the file and pulls out the R and pulls out like some crazy shit.
Is that a dig?
No, not at all. No, I mean I'm not a massive Pierre fan, but it's
But
it's
he
nice
does
that
play different shit than
right,
the
and
regular-
because he's I've had issues with the way he delivers and some of his talk, etc. No disrespect, the man's a legend, been doing it for years, but he's a music fan, so he will dig deep, even odd tracks from popular bands. And like when he plays the lunchtime blocks, he'll come up with an obscure one that'll pick on his own.
I love that.
I do miss going in top request though. I always did it, never got one of mine played ever. My brother won concert tickets and albums and all that stuff. I never even got a song played. Like,
I was always so close to winning concert tickets. Last one.
and it actually happened one time. It was caller 8, and they actually came up and said 6, and just hung up. And we're like, 6.
Yeah. Or you had to be caller like 102. I was like 101.
Color Me America by Polly and Kev says, don't forget Bruce Juice. Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
There's so many good ones, and like
There is a lot of good ones. Like I said, I always go to list and charts just to make sure I don't miss anything crucial.
Yeah.
And, I saw American Pie. I'm like, no. Just not
No,
doing it.
and I just switched from. You'll be so proud of me. I switched from Napster to Spotify, so now
Yeah! Ladies and
hard.
gentlemen, welcome to 2023 Joel Tatey
I just
Spotify.
gotta get an iPhone. Be all set.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like his music. I don't like him very much anymore, but I like his music. Yeah, next is iPhone or something updated. Next, we're getting an updated phone.
Your phone.
Next, we'll introduce you to this thing called FaceTime, where you can actually talk to somebody while you're looking at them. Bizarre. It's like George Jetson shit. Yeah.
I would hate that. Don't FaceTime me.
Springsteen is bummed she didn't get that. He just texted Allie. Allie is Bruce Springsteen's second cousin.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Yeah, I didn't know that. I made that up. I'm trying to put you on the spot here. So, no Andy Ross tonight. No guests. But I tell you what, Joe, I feel loose tonight, though, with no guests. I don't know why. I feel like the world is our oyster.
Well, I just get so anxious when we have a guest come on, and it's a lot of prep and a lot of, homework that goes into it. So sometimes when a guest cancels, it's like, okay, what do I do with myself? Okay, I can, breathe for a minute. You know what I mean?
I agree. You could breathe some sighs of relief and a lot of good things going on. Let's talk real quick about the guests coming up. Because there's somebody coming up on the program. I'm not doing the whole list, but I'm doing somebody that I just lined up today. I actually lined up a few days ago. Today we got the confirmation date. And the reason why I want to do this is because Jewel and I, as you know, if you watched us and listened to us long enough, we started out with just audio. You couldn't see us. You couldn't see the guests. And we had some great freaking guests. Some past people that I loved. A lot of my, boyhood crushes were on, too, that you'd always wanted to see. And so I reached out to a bunch of them. And they're funny with video for some reason. Jewel, a lot of them are like, well, I don't know. Or some of them don't answer at all because the video end is funny. But I got this one. A tremendous 80s actress. One of my absolute favorite people. Incredibly beautiful. And she's going to be back on the program. March 14th, it's actress Betsy Russell. Yes!
Wow.
Super duper excited for her. Still beautiful. Still awesome. I reached, as I said, I kind of went through and picked out the names. She has the same PR guy, Mitch Clem. Mitch, thank you. And I said, have another appearance by Betsy. I said, we're doing a little different now. It's audio, it's video. He said, let me check. And he came right back. And he's like, she is totally in. Can't wait. And that's great. So that is on the 14th. Betsy Russell, look her up. J.D. Wolf. For you, my friend, I'll tell you this. The movie is called Private School.
Yeah.
Watch that movie. Watch that movie, my good friend. That was I was a young guy. That was like my Betsy Russell heyday crush thing, but I love that. And we got Nancy Valen to do. First she did audio, then she did video. We got Jennifer Taylor to do audio, video. We got Betsy Russell to do it, and I love it because I love some of these actresses, some great women. So 14th.
Bring everyone back.
I would love to bring everybody. It's hard to get some of these people. 14th, again, actress Betsy Russell, right here on the Yoshi. Very excited. Like I tried Erica Leniak again and Bobby Brown, and they just don't. They're not. I don't know. You remember that? I'll watch it again. It's like my favorite movie ever. But
You might have stuff going on too.
yes, right. That's true. And like Nancy Valen, the last time she's like, when I asked her when she was with us the last time. A couple days before, or a couple weeks before, she's like, I really have nothing to promote. And then she landed a gig on a show, and she's like, yeah, okay, now I'll come on and promote the show, because I don't want to come on and just talk about Remember When. She said, because we've done that, and we do that. And she said, I want something new and fresh, which is great. Really appreciate it. And the same thing like when we had Steve Howie on audio, the second time he was shooting that Navy SEAL show, he actually called us from the set. So they do like that, and I didn't really realize it. I mean, some people like the Erica Leniaks, Bobby Brown, they'll do the Remember Whens. But Bobby Brown now does stand-up comedy. She's got her own podcast, always stuff to talk about. But some of them just, they don't have anything up to date, and they're like, meh. I remember we had, oh my God, Juliet Tablick from Married with Children. Again, just audio. And then I asked her, I invited her back. I said, how about video? Because she was so charming and so nice, and her family was tuning in like crazy, and we talked about those Married with Children stories. And I said, to be honest, anymore, I'm just a chiropractor with no real story. And I'm like, yeah, but... And she's like, well, probably not. So,
yeah.
We love you,
She's
Juliet.
so sweet, though.
She was, so great. And I was so excited because she was Amber from Married with Children. And to me, that was, huge.
I know she really is the sweetest, but sometimes they just step away and they want it to be that way. So, I mean, more power to them. Especially with like, I don't know. I was just having this conversation. Like, since working from home, like I've become such an introvert. Like it's almost
You mean it's gotten worse?
like a lot worse. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just
Oh.
so comfortable here, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Like you have to put yourself out there and do
You
things.
you do have a rather wide range of shyness. It's a piece of you that I actually find charming. Um, and like I said, like I don't have a bad word to say about you. I just think you're tremendous. You do have a large bit of shyness, and people are like, "That's Jewel. She's so quiet." I'm like, "Yeah, believe it or not, that's the thing." And
Yeah,
the fact that we drug you into this, and you even said in the beginning, like, "I don't know about showing my face."
yeah.
Yeah, give her a
Still not
rat's
sure.
What are we, 230 some episodes deep, and she's still not
Yep.
sure. I love you for it though. And like I said, this ugly mug, who cares? Nobody cares about this face. It's this face right here. You don't see me circling you with the mouse, but I am.
But no, we
Um,
love it, and that's why we do it, and that's what keeps us coming back. Week after week. It's just, um, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have gotten in this mode lately, past couple years of just like staying in. Oh, I'm not that mysterious. I'm glad they let me look.
a little bit, a little
But
mystery.
I don't know. I just I want to do more, and this is going to be the year that we all do more. I
Absolutely,
think.
and we're going to talk about it in a minute. And it's funny, Allie says that you're mysterious. Allie comes on the show and gives out her address and her cell phone number.
Oh,
Tells people what day she's going to be home.
well, I'll let that mystery be.
Tells
Yeah.
them where the spare key is. Hey, you want to come to my house? Yeah, spare key's on the back. Come on over at 6:30. Here's my address. And she's not that open either, but and I get it. Look, I totally get it. Like we're going to do a program on a Wednesday night. They're going to talk about a little bit later, where we're going to have females come on, real people come on and gripe about their worst men's stories. Right off the bat, don't give out your last name for starters because these birders start looking you up and wanting to know your whole life story.
I know.
I get it.
Oh my God, there's our last names.
Eh, they could have mine.
Fine.
If I haven't been raided in my house yet for autographs and camera, it'll never happen.
Mm.
But autographs are available.
Wonderful.
www.theoshow215.com. But let's talk about this anyway. now, that now, you know what? Let's talk about that in a few minutes. Let's get people's minds off of weirdness. And let's talk about a topic. Let's talk about the playoffs, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Woo!
I got my Eagles shirt on. I got my Phillies hat because I think the dog ate my Eagles hat. But anyway, the Eagles shirt. Philadelphia Eagles get a bye week. Beat the Giants last week. A lot of people complained, Joe, about sloppiness and didn't look good. They could barely beat their third strings, this and the other thing. But I'll tell you what, man.
When is one?
Right. They've been there all season at the top of the heap. They lock it up. They get a first round bye. So I'm assuming next round they're going to play Tampa Bay because Tom Brady is going to be the highest seed left after they beat Dallas. Maybe not. But I would love to get Joel. Wednesday nights are tough for Joel, but man, I'd love to get her on for some horror dating stories.
Also,
Maybe on a I will tell you one thing, real quick. And again, this is not a knock on Joel. This is our relationship and how we get along. Long time ago, when I said, "Hey, man, like, what's going on with your dating scene? What's going on with your life?" And you're just like, "No, not telling you because I know you're going to say it on the show." I probably wouldn't, but I don't blame you because I got a mouth on me. I do, and I
but you never
respect.
did. No,
I never did.
I respect that you never
and I-
did.
No, and I wouldn't because like there is limits.
I
Just
hear
because
you.
just because I came on the show and talked about me using Viagra doesn't mean I lay everybody out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, the
If there was
TV's all full of
something
stuff.
worth telling, I would say it. There's just not. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I feel you, and I gotta be honest. A couple of our guest celebrities have come very forward at Jewel. Some have asked, and there's a little private chat section where some have asked for her phone number.
What?
Yeah, I told you the name of the guest. And he's like, do you think I could hit Jewel up sometime? And I'm like, what?
Right.
Wowie.
It's getting to be
The quiet ones have great
fun.
stories. You guys are
We'll
going to,
hang out, Ellie.
yeah, you guys are going to meet up and you're going to get a chance to do so and tell so. And, as free and open as Allie seems, I don't know a whole lot about Allie's story either. So don't worry. It's not like I got all the scoop here. And even my wife says, you're a big mouth. I wouldn't give you any scoop either. 5 seconds later, she said, I got to turn the show off when you start talking about your balls. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
give the people what they want. All my male friends would love her number. I'm sure they would. The Tui is like,
I'm single as a Pringle, I can say that.
as a Pringle. Wow. I freaking love Pringles too. It's one thing I definitely miss with this.
Well, Joey said, she's
Honestly.
like, I want to be in a Pringle eating contest. I'm like, you would kill at a Pringle eating contest.
Right? We
But
should have
wings-
stuff like that.
Wings
Yeah,
are just tricky. Especially with
Jewel,
wings.
oh, while we're on the subject, we may have our own personal Yo Show contestant.
What?
Yes, we have actually two. One of them is my wife's brother. Well, my wife's brother-in-law said he's very interested,
Oh my God.
and he's not like this competitive eater, but he's a manly man. I think he can hang. I really do.
Oh,
She
man.
said he might, and then I have another friend who's got a guy who said he's excellent at wing eating, is also not a professional. So we might have a professional. You're asking what the hell we're talking about? Fine. I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm going to put up the banner first. I made this awesome banner. Let's take the Eagles thing down first. For the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get to see us live and in person in one of my favorite places right here, Saturday, February 11th. That's a Saturday right before the Super Bowl. And it's going to be at Murphy's Beef and Ale, 5725 Bristol Emily Road, Levittown, PA. It is their annual Wing Bowl competition. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to call it, well, I said wing, I had to hyphenate Wing Bowl because WIP owns Wing Bowl, so you can't actually call it Wing Bowl. So it's Wing Fest, I guess if you will. And Jewel, as you see from the graphic, not only is it going to be a healthy cash prize to the winner of this wing eating contest, you see their logo first. Second logo is the Yo Show. That's right. Jewel, myself, Allie has worked her way in there as well. The three of us will be presenting the Yo Show live. And I guess we'll be doing some commentary on the wing contest and kind of get an overall feel for it. We're working on getting some merchandise together. We're going to try and get some shirts out there for you. It's just some fun stuff and a fun night. Maybe try and get a little Super Bowl trivia in between action to give away some prizes. Have a lot of fun with it, and you get to meet us in person. Autographs will be signed at the tone of $55 a piece, or you can get all three of us for the low price of $125. So $55 for me, $55 for Jewel, $55 for Allie, or all three of us for $125. I'm absolutely kidding. We're not. We'll be mad though. But yeah, there's going to be sponsored stuff and wings. Of course, the bar is open. It's going to be upstairs in our ballroom. So the bar is open. Come get some drinks. Everybody said get a special Yo Show drink. I don't really know. That would consist of tequila
Oh,
and rum. I know, right? What would we put in a signature Yo Show drink? I think it's a great idea, though.
be a Captain Diet Coke. I don't know. That would have to be
Captain-
something fun.
Captain Diet Coke. Yeah, you heard it, Allie. We're supposed to have our own eater. I want our own eater. I want a guy to represent us. We're a girl, but
Yeah,
this
well,
is a
I'm
guy.
gonna cheer someone on. Like, let's
Right?
go.
I don't have to worry about anybody. I mean, a couple of the regulars like, I'm in it, cheer for me. Well, I can, but if our guy comes,
Yeah.
we're totally about Yo Showing. And my wife and her sisters are volunteering to be like Yo Show girls and all that. Hey, whatever, that's fine.
We all need to match. Like, all the girls need to match.
They will.
Me and Cassie, Ellie, like, we all need like be a unit. Those shots. Yo, whatever was in those peppermint shots.
Yeah, the peppermint shots. I'm telling you, man, Jules, all that. And it's
Delicious.
funny because Murphy's, Angela, my good friend Angela, I've known for years. I love her. She does like the shot girl thing on like a Saturday night.
Need a shirt too. Definitely.
Well, that's the thing. I want to put I want to put the bartenders in them too. I don't know if he'll let me because they might have special Murphy shirts. I got to get together with Sean and really break out because I got to know when we're talking because I got a DJ also, so I got to know when we speak. Are we commentating the whole event? Are we announcing? Like, what are we doing here? Yoshi Dancer. Anyway, my wife, she's like, I got like this crop top and I want booty shorts. I'm like, why am I sexualizing my own wife? But she's like begging for it. She's begging to let her ass hang out right there on camera.
No, we'd all definitely need costumes. Like this has to be a thing. So I'll let Cassie plan the outfits and then we'll work accordingly.
Well, you might want to call her or something because she has an outfit picked out. She's getting them labeled up and all. Speaking of labeling up and all, I see my friend Steve Giordano drop his thumb. Steve is supposed to be in charge of the camera work, the audio work, the t-shirts. Don't stray, dude. Stay close because if you don't show up that day, it's going to be us walking around with our laptops in our hand filming. And that'll be a disaster. So we want to make sure it's explosive. Again, February 11th is a Saturday before the Super Bowl. And by then we'll know who's in the Super Bowl. Hopefully it's the Eagles. We can get eagled out too.
Yes.
A lot of great things. Allie, I'm telling you, man, she's all about being there. So she's going to get there. Very excited for her success. It's our first ever joint effort live appearance. We had one live appearance before. It was right during COVID. Jewel, very sensible, said, no way I'm going to make it. It made sense. Not a lot of people did. It was a bad idea so close to COVID. But, hey, you know. Look at JD Wolf. Aren't you a Vikings fan that you said Eagles versus Bill? We're slowly warping your brain, my good
friend. I
friend.
the Bills, though.
I don't want to play it. Well, I want to play anybody. When you're in playoffs, they're all the same. Mm-hmm. Chiefs, Bills.
No, I want to beat Tom Brady again. That's just.
That's in our conference now. So to get out of our conference, if you run the Brady, you'll have to beat them. So we're getting excited on that. Get stoked up. Now, what I want to do right now, and I got permission for this one from our good friend, Mr. Bill Savant. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Savant of Sepsis. Reached out to him and said, dude, I want to play some music. He's like, be honored, dude. Fire up a song. And I know JD Wolf will love it as well. And what I'm doing here to play a little music is just kind of relax ourselves. Had to get all hyped for the Eagles and hyped for this wing competition. And let's kill a few moments. Like I said, no Andy Ross tonight, so we're going to play some music. We're going to play some Sepsis, Blacklight Invasion, because it's one of their newer ones. And I love this band to death, so I'm going to stop the screen. I'll fire it up here for you. So we're going to play some music tonight, everybody. We got some Philly bands. We got some other bands from around the world who have been on our program. I want to play this one for you, give you a few minutes. Meanwhile, Jules is going to take me on an extensive tour for Bedroom. And we'll be back in about 4.5 minutes here on the O Show. Let me get the screen out so Jewel can do her thing. Oh my goodness, that is some outfit. Jewel's got lingerie on right under her thing. You know what? Viewers are probably like, why am I not seeing this? Sorry, folks. But let's get our good friends from Sepsis. This is Blacklight Invasion, the awesome band. We'll be back here in a few minutes on the O Show. Enjoy some music tonight where we're free forming. All right, absolutely awesome. One of my favorites, Jewel, one of our favorite former guests and people, Sepsis with Black Light Invasion, the band, Melissa and Will and Cam, just some awesome people. Got the luxury to see them a little while back here in upstate PA. Got a couple pictures of that great show. There's me that close to the stage. And there are some great pictures. Awesome time had. And me and the lovely Miss Lexi Swarm, of course, who does all their merchandising and a lot of the PR work. And she's just awesome. They're all awesome. Will said PA dates coming. We don't know when, but he said PA dates are coming, so we get ready for the return of Sepsis Story, a great song. Miss Joey, good evening. Welcome. What's going on? Tell the people how to do it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications and hit that like button in the face, but don't break your screen. And make sure you turn on all notifications and make that, wait, I already said that. And make that subscribe button great and hit the like button and do the same on Josephine's Web.
And we have something. So you know how I broke my favorite glass in the whole world?
Yes.
The favorite gorgeous show-stopping dead drop gorgeous Wonder Woman glass.
So Joey had a surprise for me, a late Christmas present.
But so like she's been wanting this like ever since Christmas. So I was like, I need to get this for her.
She got me the exact same.
Yeah, it's back.
I almost got. I'm like.
Amazing. It's back.
It's hard to find, too.
I know.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think we took the last one.
That's awesome.
That's a beautiful thing. And I know, like, because Cassie's gotten into the Wonder Woman stuff lately. It is hard to find. She has a lip gloss with Wonder Woman on it, and she's got some random stuff that she finds, but.
And there's so much cool Wonder Woman and breast cancer stuff, like all the pink stuff as well. So Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. I can get her some
Very
stuff.
exciting. So Joey's got a diagram of some sort she'd like to show us.
She
Let's
just
see what
wants
we.
to show you her the picture she painted.
Oh yeah, I did this all by myself, and all I needed was like a picture for reference.
Why you did that? But that's pretty awesome. Like
I know.
that is amazing.
I know. I'm
Oh.
so proud. I'm hanging it up.
Well, she's got the mother's talent. Jewel, if you don't know, is a awesome artist.
That's awesome. Thanks, honey.
I just rearranged the whole room and
I was so
forgot where I
impressed
put
by
it.
that. Yeah, she's really working
Yeah,
hard on
wow.
everything. So, and she made me cry with her Christmas presents. She's so sweet.
Aw. She is something else. I don't know where she gets it because her mother's a raging bitch. No, I'm absolutely kidding. I mean, you do an amazing job, and you know we don't talk about it enough on the program. I know you talked about in the past with some guests about parenting and the difficulties, and you do a great job. She comes on the show. She's funny. She's cute. Her moments are right there. Very intelligent. With every time she's smarter. She's like tonight. It's like she talks more intelligent than I do. Like I hear her, and then I hear my dumb voice. I'm like, man, you
She's
fix
not-
your life, bro.
I don't know. You put a camera on someone though, and they freeze, and you know,
Right?
it used to be me. Like, don't put a camera on me. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
I mean, 10 years from now, she might flip back to that and realize, oh my God, all my years I'm sticking my face in this camera. Or, you know, just might be more comfortable. But she's great at it. And we even had fun with her the one night where I closed out the screen and she's singing and I put the screen back on and she was caught dead at it. And instead of being embarrassed, she stopped and then kept singing. So it's like,
Yeah, one of these days we'll do a Yosho family affair of all the kids, all the people. I
God
need a big
forbid.
hall for that.
Yeah, my brother begs to be on the show, and I always tell him like, dude, it's different when a camera's on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the same as making a Facebook comment. Like when you're on, this is it. There's nowhere to hide.
That's it. So yeah, you can probably hear my brother in the background now, but he's like, I want my segment. I want the downward spiral, and we're gonna talk about the demise of the world. I'm like,
Who's
okay.
that?
My brother.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. And then you cut to him, and he's frozen pizza.
Yeah. Like, no. That's okay. That's okay.
No, I don't. I'm really gonna be on that. Then my brother's like, I'm gonna be on, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna act like this. I'm gonna talk about betting, and I'm gonna tell you this point spreads. Like, no, you're not. It's not gonna happen.
I tell you what, Duck came on a couple times. She held her own.
She did, and from what you tell me,
Not
Duck.
easy.
No, it's not.
Shy.
I say from what you tell me, she's more shy than you, which I, wow,
Yeah, I know.
that's
Like
something.
I'm here. She's like,
But yeah, when she has popped on those few times, she's good. And again, no coaxing. It's not like we drug her on here. Jewel mentioned to her, and she sticks her face in there. Does a great job. We do miss her. I know it sounds silly when you talk about I don't even say podcast. When we talk about a webcast and a show like this, you're like, oh, we got an intern, and people are like, that's ridiculous. There's no way that's real. And it is. She's would sit next to Jewel and feed her stats and
yeah.
feed her information about stuff that we may goof. They laugh at me because they realize how stupid I am, and it's a hoot. It really is.
It
We want you
really
back.
does help to have that third, and that's why the comment section is such a great help because you know
Yes.
we just feed off of that and keeps the conversation going. Yeah, I try to have her on today because I just dropped her off too, but
Oh,
yeah, one of these days she'll get back into it. But yeah, we do really rely on comments and just. I mean, hey, we'll go on, and if we have a question, and it's hard to look it up when you're have to have your face. in the
exactly.
camera,
And
too. You don't want to be rude.
right, because you're like trying to thumb
Yeah.
through it, and then you look like you're
Once.
unintelligent. And like a lot of people, like Jules' dad will do it from time to time. Like he'll throw in some stats, and somebody's Cassie upstairs will text me and tell me something that I may have missed or whatever. And the comment section is great. And that's it. If you want to leave a comment, you want to say happy birthday to your grandma, whatever the heck it is, the comment section is always open, and we share. And again, the rules, you know, Jewel and I hate those unwritten rules of pod webcasting. They're ridiculous. And one of the big rules is, don't use the comment section because you're blocking and you're taking away from. No, this is the show. The comment section is part of the show.
Yeah, I love it. I just think it makes it makes the show that much better, and it gets everyone involved, and they see their comment and can look back and watching the replay. It's enjoyable as well. So I don't think it takes away from the show at all.
I think it's terrific. And JD Wolf, I hope like on your next resume you put Yo Show cast member.
Yo show intern.
Yo Show, yeah,
Internship.
you know, I never have enough. Of course, unpaid. Like I said before, when I first schmoozed Jewel for this show, the first thing out of my mouth was no pay. And here she is, some 5 years later.
Yep.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jewel makes more money at this than I do.
Yeah.
Indeed. Don't be afraid to call out your local sponsors. Yeah, little you put it on there, man. Put it in. You know you're a part of the action. Last week you weren't here. Was it 2 weeks ago? Last week you weren't here. I messaged him on Facebook, Joel. I'm like, dude, you all right? Like, I worry. Bear Rains, I reach out to him all the time. Like, dude, you alive? He's like, yeah, it's just been harder to come on lately.
No, we appreciate it.
We do. Feel free to comment and love us. And the fact that, like I said, JD was a Sepsis fan, and he called us the one night and told us he liked what we do, and he comes back all the time. He brings people to check it out. We do love that, man. We really appreciate it. It's hard enough to get an audience, let alone a repeat audience. So we appreciate it. Like, people are always like, your show's this, that, and the other thing. Maybe. I had some smart ass, and he knows who he is. If he's out there, we got into a sports argument, and he followed it up with, well, I know, like, Tuesday nights, you got your audience of 3. So I'm like, 3? And maybe you don't see the thousands of people that watch this program, my friend. So, of course, I had to copy all the stats from YouTube and put it all over his page. So you see like 900, 1,000, 1,800, etc. Yeah, people watch. Sorry to break it to you. They really do. I don't know why, but they do.
Well, at least you weren't thrown in jail this time.
Yeah. Tell you what, man. I
guess we're sticking with this background though.
Yeah. I got to get together with Steve and figure out how to get the new logo to it looks presentable. Because right now the way it's cut on the JPEG or whatever, it's either too tall or too short. I can't line it up. And I kind of like this. Even though he paid an insane amount of money to steal Yo MTV Raps' logo. Yeah, it's coming at you. It's kind of neat. It's like we're in outer space.
It is, yeah.
I feel like I'm flying a.
I feel like I owe my people who follow me an explanation. Did you happen to catch my story this weekend?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you see what I posted?
I may have forgot because I'm always in
animal?
the storyboard. No, maybe not.
Oh, okay. So I was at a pool, and I look out the window. I'm like, what is that? Because obviously it was like an indoor pool. It's January. So I was like, what is that?
I did see it. 'Cause I remember you and Joey swimming, which I found bizarre, in the middle of January.
And then I look out the window, and I see this thing. I don't know if you can zoom in.
Ew, God, this thing is so
Look
creepy.
at that. I was like, oh my God, what is that?
JD called.
And then all these people commented. I'm like, I'm not going to say anything until the show. Like, and answer what the animal was.
So what was it?
What does it look like?
I didn't get that good look. Put it on again.
Okay.
I remember seeing the post of you two swimming,
Yeah.
but I don't
Because I
remember
put this one on, like, after it. I was, like, sitting on top of this fixture.
It looks like a large squirrel. Like, I don't really know what to say.
Squirrel? God, I heard a warthog. I heard a coyote. I heard a jackalope.
A jackalope!
Yeah. What was that? Friggin' chupacabra?
Chupacabra.
And then I look over and there's another one. On the
Jersey
other
Devil.
side.
Another one! I would have shit myself because
I know. Well, it was just, separated by glass. So I'm like, what the hell is this thing? I'm like, is that for birds? Because, to deter the birds. But they have those lines, so that doesn't make sense. Those lines they put over the pools and, like,
Yeah.
down the shore for the seagulls. And then I was like, well, is it a coyote to keep, like, what? Keep what away? What are you trying to keep away?
Yeah, what are you keeping away? Swimmers?
So here, it's a coyote decoy and it's to keep the raccoons out of the trash. But it's so scary. It's like vicious.
I got news for you.
Unrealistic.
Are raccoons that dumb? Like it's
Raccoons are so sweet. I love them. It's like
Oh,
a family that lives at my parents' house. It's just like a family of raccoons. They'll like go up the tree. They're so cute.
I got knocked over by one time. Came home in the afternoon to my parents' house, and this thing knocked me. It actually ran from behind the wall and like hit me, knocked me down the steps. It's a good thing it didn't attack me. Now, you see that. Now, my brother posted this. He was talking about weird. So my brother lives in Doylestown, off the main strip by a minute or two. And he posts this, he sends me this picture. This is last weekend in front of his house.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is that? He said, it's a wild pig. Look at that thing. Right.
No, it's wild. I would steal it.
He said wild. It's right in front of his house. I'm like, because first I didn't get it. He sends me this picture. I'm like, okay.
That's so cute.
Because he always
Isn't that
sends
one of
weird.
those little spotted little cute pig walking around Doylestown?
That thing don't look very little. That thing looks to be about 8 foot long.
I would go hug it.
And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, why are you sending me this? He goes, it's a pig. I'm like, I get that. He goes, it's in front of my house. It did that kind of cute news, little cute news.
That's insane.
Right?
Look at that.
I'm thinking maybe Noah's Ark tipped over between that thing
they
you're
have
looking
a lot
at.
of farms up there. Is there? It's like a stray pig.
I guess. Stray
Dude,
pig. That's like Northeast
thought-
Philly days.
Driving up to Doylestown, I swear to God, I ran into so many freaking animals. I almost hit like 10 foxes. Like, it is kind of wild up there.
That reminds me, while we're on the subject, hold tight there.
I did have a coyote in my backyard in Lansdale. True story. Like, freaked the shit out of me. It was that thing, but in real life. And it was coming at me and my dog. Not like coming at me, but it was definitely like running toward my direction and then took off in the darkness.
I just got this.
Basically.
Sorry to change the subject. I just got this awesome Facebook message from one of our dearest friends, Miss Sherry Nelson. And it says, Sherry Nelson is in a relationship with Dwayne Johnson.
I
She
can
is-
believe that.
She's the cutest. I love her. I'm
No.
like, when's the next time on? She goes, I want you to officially line me up as the backup in case of emergency.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Right?
She is
I-
the sweetest person ever.
I adore her. I
Love
think
her.
she's the sweetest. She's the cutest. She's just great. And some changes in her life. Nothing that we discuss here. Nothing crazy. But I just found that funny. And I hope she at least checks us out. She's been with us before. Another great person brought to us by Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell. They're awesome people as well. And we love it. Man, we're a Yosho family. And that's why when I reached out to Will, and I said, hey, man, how about a sepsis song? I just didn't want to play it. Like our locals who've been on, okay, that's one thing. We'll meet them in public. We're brawled out. But Will and the gang, I want to give them a little bit of respect, and we appreciate it. So speaking of songs and bands that have been on, this is like one of our absolute favorite songs in the history of Yosho. I'm going to play it again. Drew, I looked up this band a little bit to try and get them back on the program, and I really don't see anywhere to reach out. They haven't posted in like a year. I know, so I'm starting to worry about their goings on if they broke up, etc. And if you're not from the area or if you're new to our program, etc., the band, this is one that Jewel found, and Jewel had them on the show. They brought all 37 members on the program that evening. It was very hard to talk to them all. We got them all. It is Maui Rhythm. And this is their song, Right Meow, as it's called. And I love this song. I love the video. I love these girls. I'm dying to get them on the program. We've got to do some homework and try to get them back on because they're super cool. Like I said, we did it with just audio, and there's like 30 of them, and we couldn't tell who was talking. But anyway, stick around for another song here on the Yo Show. We'll be back in, where the heck is it? There it is. We'll be back in 4 minutes and 31 seconds, but you got to listen to this one and enjoy, especially J.D. Wolf. You're out there. You're a musical lover. You'll love this tune. Be right back here on the Yo Show. Freeform night, 9 o'clock, Tuesday.
You can catch clean the kitchen, cleaning dishes altruistically. Drop me off a bicycle, I give it to a kid for free. Sneaking through your yard or leaving gardens. I don't drive a car, pardon me for starters, but we're partying like Mars. Hard reading the ingredients. They be saying, look how green she is. I'm vegan and I'm showing up. Be Jesus fish. I know there ain't an afterlife. Flipping off the pastor's wife. That Bible spreading lies. We should burn it in a sacrifice. Here is your permission to go trying off the deep end. Just as long as you admit it, you will outweigh the submissive. Yes, sometimes I miss it, but I'm just so glad to be here right now. Right now. Wolf whistling when I'm walking dogs, I'm not listening. World domination's on my mind, and a good nuclear physicist is also hard to find. Me rolling up on my bicycle, doling out, but I'm sharp as an icicle, smart as a whip, clean as a whistle, fleet as a fox. I'm faster than a pistol. Smith and Wesson, yo, I'm a spit with words. So you got too much to say, why don't you mind your own herd? And I never stray, and still you think it's absurd that I take my vegan vitamins with Herb and IPA. And I'm out EPA. Here is your permission to go trying off the deep end. Just as long as you admit it, you will outweigh the submissive. Yes, sometimes I miss it, but I'm just so glad to be here right now. Right now. Why are they crying like they're bleeding on the pavement? How many people do I have to kill to save them? The trees caress me as I see them through the forest. Suffering stationary, yet they still implore us. Na 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 na. Try not to make a fuss. Is it dry you off the bus? Is it cause and effect? Is it love? No one really gives a. And nobody can hear you, dear. There's way more money we can make. Stop debating, grab the cake. Why are they crying like they're bleeding on the pavement? Oh, 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 how many people do I have to kill to save them? The trees caress me as I see them through the forest. Suffering stationary, yet they still implore us.
Ow!
www.mollyrhythm.com, local Philly band Molly Rhythm with Right Meow, one of the very first songs we actually played on this program back in our audio days, and a band that Jewel found. And Jewel loves the Philadelphia Experience. Thank you, JD Wolf, very much. Great stuff. I love that band.
Amazing.
Got a little bit of No Doubt mixed in with a little more harder rock. Jewel's passion from day one has always been the music, the local scene, and we have had some fantastic local artists here coming on the program, and it gets better now that they see themselves here with the video and get to watch us playing their song and paying homage to it. It's very cool. And that's been us since day one, Jewel, and we have stuck to it. Like, I know we've had actors, actresses. I know sometimes we get a little wild with the guest and who they've been, but in the long haul, there still is a terrific support system and, again, homage to the local music scene.
Yeah, and that's what we set out to do. And it's tough, you know, like we couldn't go to shows for a long time. All of our artists were locked down, and we wanted to like check on all of our musicians that have been on in the past. But it never hurts to just expand your horizons, get out there, go to shows, and then you go to shows, you see their opening acts, and then you fall in love with them. Um, and that's how I met a lot of the guests, like Tree Theater, Dreambox Mechanics, Overwinter. Like they were all part of the same
Yeah.
clique and the same show. Um, and I'm just such a fan of these people. You heard Joey say, like my whole family has that song on their playlist. Like I go to parties and Right Meow's playing. I'm like, I love that I influenced people because
You
they know
certainly
it's a good
did. It's become like locked into mine, and every time it comes on, it stays
yeah.
on. It gets blasted. I love it. Um, it's just such a great thing, and a great thing that we do. And
Luna loves it too.
again, when
Wow.
you play through the circle, again, we had Hollywood Gods and Monsters on the program, and Diggity Dave Aragon, of course, formerly of Pit My Ride, now a member of that band. And he said something that froze us in our tracks. He's like, he's like, you had Rachel on, former Philly girl, Rachel Bello, who's now a member of the band. So you had Rachel on, and we watched, and this is when we first met her and discovered her, and we rewatched the episode to hear what she was all about, and it was awesome. And he's like, we listened to what you did and how you praised the artist and gave people their platform to talk. And he's like, that's what musicians need, man. And he just went on about how they're fans of ours and how great it was. And I hope, even if I had the slightest little piece of what she's doing, I have no idea. Even if I had the slightest little.
thing, and she's like,
No, I literally just lost the water. I was like, we had 5 now, we have 4. Back to 4. Oh, great, low battery.
So even if I had the slightest most influence in getting her somewhere, that means a lot. And poor girl's lost
absolutely.
someone. Yes.
No,
Right?
and none of those comments mean the world to us. What do you do?
That's what she said.
It's like ants in her pants or something over there tonight. It's on fire.
Is your homework done?
Yes.
Right? I know, right? I got more homework for you. I'm going to text it to you.
Yeah.
She should be the intern. I put her to work.
She's a hype man.
Yeah, she's a hype man, all right. She's a little too hyped. Gotta put that candy away. My God, she's lost my. Oh, we haven't done like one topic. Do you have any good topics tonight? I got a few. Of course, I'm late on this one, but I forgot to mention that Bills defensive back Damar Hamlin, of course, who was the unfortunate recipient of that cardiac arrest in the game 2 weeks ago, is now heading back to Buffalo for rehab. He's now out of the Cincinnati hospital and is recovering nicely as well. A lot of players over the weekend, Jewel, were wearing shirts to support him, and guys were scoring touchdowns, holding up the number 3 and holding up the heart, a little heart symbol, and it's quite a thing, and it's quite an excellent ending. And my wife says, do you think he's playing again? I would doubt it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the plans are. I would assume his career's over. Shame. The Bills went out to the league and said, look, this kid gets his salary for the year. No questions about it. We're paying him. And I know there's a players' union and all, and it's frowned upon, but he's getting his full pay for the season. Obviously, after the rest of the year, a lot of people were like, the NFL's going to fix it where the Bills win the Super Bowl for this kid. Hey, if they do, fine and dandy. But a good story with an ending that's improving.
Oh my God. I was just so relieved to hear him and just to see that he's okay and posting, and it's just so tough, but I'm so happy he's okay. And just, yeah, I mean, that's terrible that it was career ending, but just happy he has his life,
Absolutely. The word is over the last couple of weeks bigger than the game. Absolutely. Right here, our very own Miles Sanders spent time with him on FaceTime before the game this past weekend. And the University of Pittsburgh, they're friends, and it's great to see. It's great to see the recovery. And a lot of people are like, remember a couple of years back when they had the kneel down on the flag thing? There was like, football players are thugs. Football players don't care. And then you turn around and see a story like this. It's a human interest story. It is a band of brothers, really. These guys are all brothers. They're all in the same fraternity, if you will. getting together and supporting this kid. They may not be his teammate, nothing. And one player, I forget who it was, he scored a touchdown. He put the heart up, and I think he started to cry just thinking. I think it might have been Dawson Knox of Buffalo. He did the heart thing in the 3, and he just was like losing. It's emotional. It's scary for every guy on that field. I'm sure every single player, and my wife, we watch football all day Sunday. I tortured her through it. Every time a guy was down, like after the play, like a guy looked like his shirt, she's like, oh my God. Like every single injury has her nervous now.
Yeah. It was cool to see the beginning of the games and everyone just taking that time for him, and just even our games, it was just all over the place. So I know, and I don't know what needs to be done. I had this conversation over the weekend, like we had last week about it. What needs to be said or done to prevent injuries like that? I don't know. I don't know if it can be stopped. Like, it was such a
Right. So rare. The doctors that we had, the quote that you found that was great enough to send, called it freakish. It is freakish. You don't know if you'll ever see that again or how to respond to it. And what we don't understand is people that aren't in football. If you read enough, it's like they're always, every day, trying to upgrade the safety and padding and helmeting and the whole 9 yards. Let's hope. I hope to God I never see anything like that again. It's tough to watch.
But it's in any sport, like baseball. Like, you can
Right.
freaking crack someone in the head with a baseball, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
dangerous. Like, you really have to take the precautions needed in every sport, in football especially. That's the most contact hitting sport. God, I played ice hockey. My first time out on the ice, I freaking winded myself. I had the freaking stick jammed up my diaphragm, and I was just like knocked out cold. Like,
hockey
fun.
is super
Brutal.
dangerous. Yeah.
God.
And I think as many football injuries I've seen, you've seen some horrific ones in hockey. Seen a guy take a puck to the mouth and just
Yeah.
blood just exploding. You've seen a guy go up into the boards and his head first just went to the boards. And like I said, the goalie, Clint Malarchuk, got a skate right across his jugular vein. He's laying there on the ice, and the blood is, they actually saved his life on the ice once again. And like I said, the stick play and all that is scary. Baseball, I watched former Philly Dickie Thon take a fastball right in his eye, and that was the end of his career. He couldn't get his vision back. Didn't be able to play the game, so there's danger, and there's danger in the seats as a fan. You go, pay attention, especially baseball, man. Pay attention. I watched a little girl when I was a little kid. We had seats 6 rows back from the field, third base side. This little girl was sitting right here. A foul ball came screaming into the seats and popped this girl right in the eye and dropped her like a bag of dirt. And she just kept screaming, "My eye!"
Oh my God.
And I was right next to it, and all you saw was blood.
Oh my God.
And she was screaming, and they carried her off. And I remember the batter was Jerry Sizemore, played for the Phillies. He walked away and he was shaking his head. And it took him a few minutes to get back up to the plate. Like, he saw it or saw what was going on, and he couldn't even get himself back together to stand at home plate.
Blame
So
you for that. Like, it's
right, exactly. That's why when some people were like, playing the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, my fantasy team," I got news for you. I'm sorry, fantasy ended bad this year. Guys in my league are fighting about who should have won, etc. Look, that game's canceled. That's it. Period. That game ends right there. And like J.D. Wolf said, first responders saved his life. First responders are the goddamn heroes of the NFL season at the moment for the way they got out there in time to save that guy's life. Just incredible stuff.
It was another baseball player. I forget his name, but it was a little boy that got hit really bad in the stands, and then the player got him, and he saved his life.
Yes.
Remember who that was?
No, I don't. I do remember the story though, but it's like I've gotten to the point now with baseball. I used to love sitting close.
Mm-hmm.
Anymore, I'm fine sitting in left field, man.
Yeah.
That ball comes, when I tell you, and you hear it hissing, it comes screaming at you, and you don't have a lot of time to react. So if you're like shooting the shit and that foul ball's hit, you're in trouble. Watch the game. I always tell my wife, look at the batter, watch it, because that's where the ball takes off from. I could take like a 400-foot home run hit me in the arm, like, man! But something about like 100, because they show you the static. They come off the bat 100 miles an hour.
Right. Yeah, the faster it comes in, the faster. But I was playing Little League. It was like a rec league. I must have been, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. And I was playing right field. And it was one of those things, typical rec league, like softball field and then baseball field and that. And I'm playing right field, so the baseball field is that way,
I know where this is going.
I got rocked in my head, passed out cold, playing right field.
Really?
I was moving from my field. I swear to
Yeah.
God, they had to take me home. Like it was a big thing. Right in freaking temple.
God.
I hurt so much in baseball. God, I broke my nose. I had one right when I was batting. It hit like the base of my bat, like handle.
Oh my God! Now that's freakish. That's like
Yeah.
freakish.
And that
You're
was
one of those
fast pitch.
people.
It comes in fast pitch and it hits the handle of your bat and then bounces up right here. Like my nose was broke. I had 2 black eyes.
Oh my God! You're a mess.
I know. Got hurt many times.
This is weird. I had a story about this. I'm going to read this now and get into that story to extend it. For those of you who are fans of wrestling and the WWE, etc., Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of Vince McMahon, has resigned from the WWE.
Oh.
It looks like effective immediately. Dear WWE Universe, about 8 months ago, I took leave of absence. And within a few weeks, unexpectedly had the opportunity of a lifetime. I had the privilege to return as the co-CEO and chairwoman of the board of WWE. I cannot put into words how proud I am to have led what I consider to be the greatest company in the world, working alongside a remarkable leadership team and one of the strongest executives I've known in my co-CEO, Nick Khan. Our founder, Vince McMahon, has returned as executive chair and is leading an exciting process regarding strategic alternatives. And with Nick's leadership and Paul Triple H Levesque, who is her husband, as chief content officer, I am confident. Triple H is her husband, yeah. They've been married for a while. I am confident WWE is in a perfect place to continue to provide unparalleled creative content and drive maximum value for shareholders. And a few other things here. I look forward to cheering, etc. And of course, assign Stephanie McMahon. So Stephanie McMahon steps away from her post, but at the same time, there's a very interesting story that came out the other day that states that Comcast, Amazon, Endeavor, amongst others, have put in bids to buy the WWE and purchase it off of Vince McMahon. McMahon returned to his post. He had stepped down, Jewel. He had these sexual allegation things. We know nothing about the outcome, and I don't really want to know about the outcome, etc. But basically, amongst the allegations, stepped down and put Triple H in charge. Stephanie, Shane is gone too. Shane's no longer part of it. And then Vince recently said, "I'm going to return to my post." He went to the board of directors, so I want to return to my post to make sure it's a smooth transition when we sell the business. Now, of course, that freezes everybody. Like, what? They've owned it forever. It's been in the McMahon family forever. Now it's up for sale. Some big dogs are coming in looking to buy it. What that changes, I don't know, but an end of an era, really, if you're a
How do you
wrestling
own
fan.
that? Like you own the entire thing.
Yeah, they own it all. The wrestlers, the name and the gimmick. They own the company is his.
That's insane.
He runs the events. It's
Like I knew they were in charge, but I didn't know the McMahon family physically owned everything.
Oh yeah, I mean he took it to shareholders a few years back, obviously to rake in money, and it did real good on the stock exchange as well. But as all intent and purposes, it was his. And my buddies, called Vince a Jo. Vince McMahon can be a Jo. And he said Steph was doing a great job. Well, she was. She was excellent. She was entertaining. And the thing, Jewel, about it, I don't know how much wrestling you've ever seen. Maybe none. I don't know if you ever tuned in sometime. I know you're a Batista fan, but Steph pretty much did a 180. Like it looked like a nose job, a boob job, a butt job. Like they turned her into this sex symbol for the sake of the show. And then as the boss, it was almost like that sexual tension within it. And she went to great lengths, like Shane did. Shane actually started wrestling and would jump off these buildings and do crazy stuff.
She's like
So
a pretty girl though. Like she's like I don't know. She's very like strong features.
she is like she's got like the chin up. She's pretty. Like I said, she went and got herself altered. Like the
Woman.
boobs were altered and everything's altered. And like all for the sake of the company. That's like when women get into it. A chin like China. China came in as this brute force looking dude like person with big muscles. Got the boob job, face job, ended up becoming attractive, and of course she got addicted to drugs and the pain, and she died. Horrible. But yeah, man, it's like she died. She overdosed. Like she'd been getting weirder and weirder. Facebook posts that got strange. She would go live on social media and talk kind of weird, and one day she was just gone. Sad, because I loved her.
One thing about Steph though, I feel like because I did watch that Diva show just because it's on E and I always watch E. It seemed like they respected Steph more, like the girls did, but it was very like things have to be this way and you can't stray, and like all the girls would get in trouble, especially
Jewel froze on us out of nowhere. She's in mid-freeze right there. I wish I would have heard the rest of that story because I never watched that show. But I am a Steph fan. And it is sad. It leads you to believe that the sale is imminent. If she's stepping down, she probably knows more than we do. I guess she's preparing herself for a future without the WWE. Sad. We did have a story about it. I was reading the articles. It said Comcast, Amazon, Endeavor have all rumored to be potential players in the purchasing of WWE. For my money, I'd like to see Ted Turner turn around and buy it the way he had WCW. I think that'd be awesome. But we don't know. So Stephanie resigns tonight. I just saw this here that my good friend Paul Long, who follows pretty closely, it's nice enough to share it with me. And thanks, dude. Some great messages too from William Savant, of course, from Sepsis. We played his song, and he thanked me. I thanked him. They're like family. I love those guys. Meeting them was great. You know, you meet these bands, you see them on the show, and you finally get to meet them, you're just like, man, they're even better in person. And we've had that luck, like George Powell, the drummer, formerly of Poeta, who now has made his way to Nashville and has got a whole new career thing going on Broadway in Nashville. We're excited for him. But local guy hung out at the local bar. We hung out, we sat, we talked music and being on the show, etc., and just great things like that. And it's when you have them on the show and then you get to meet them in person, it really magnifies how cool they are and how great it is to have them. Ray Coleman, we met Ray the night of Jewel's birthday, and we had an awesome time with him. And we would love to meet all of them. We'd love to meet all of our guests. Talking about Jewel, how we met. We're talking about like William Savant from Sepsis has been messaging me back and forth, just thanking me for playing the song and supporting them, and I love them. We talked about the people we met. We met, like I said, like Ray Coleman, super cool in person, just a great time meeting him. And I met Meg Russell a couple of weeks back, and Brandon Messon came in studio. St. Ricketts, matter of fact, New Year's Eve I spent with Kenny, who is no longer at St. Ricketts, but he's a local musician. Me and Kenny hung out New Year's Eve, and it's just so cool. Meeting Sepsis was like an awesome moment for me, and that's like, as you said earlier, part of like why we do what we do. We have been so darn lucky to get nothing but the best people. Forget artists. They're great as artists, but people-wise, we have really lucked out.
Oh, absolutely. Like, we just become such fans and friends of people who have come on here, and it only gets better. And we're always, like, blown away how nice and receptive people are, and just coming on the show and taking the interview seriously. I was saying earlier, like, you know, it says something when a person is serious about their craft and just wants to promote it. And we love being a part of that process and just being another platform for them to be heard and to promote anything that they have going on. Like you said about, I guess it would be difficult if you don't have anything current. You know, you feel that pressure to have something current to promote, but we're just such a fan. Like,
Right.
We would talk about anything. We would just be like, all right, what's your favorite color?
Yeah, like I'd like to know what you
But-
had for breakfast.
Yeah.
And again, like Hollywood Gods and Monsters, they came on. They had the entire band in this studio format. The sound came out weird, and they didn't just like, man, whatever. Let's just talk for a few minutes, and we'll cut this out. They had an engineer there who went to work, fixed the sound, came out perfect, and then Dave and the band just went on about everything, and they had great praise for us. Again, they take it seriously. It's not like, what's the difference? If it doesn't sound right, don't matter. To them, it means everything to them, and that means everything to us. And again, you meet people, not just the local ones, but from all over the world. We met Alyssa Mai and Jamie Kennedy at the casino. We went to Jamie's show. It was awesome. Alyssa was there. She was on the program. And I tell you, Jewel, you were talking about a sweetheart. She's a doll. She was just sweet as can be, excited to see us. And it came to picture time. She's like, I want to be in the picture. These guys are my friends. Like, wow, that means everything. Like, hey, come take a picture. And she's so cute. And he's cool and funny, and the show was awesome. But like, that's the kind of people you see and meet, and it's great.
I know. That blows me away because I was mega fan and trying to get him for like years, and then Alyssa just coming to bat for us again and again. Like, they're just awesome people. I love them, and man, they're just doing their own thing. And Jamie has been such a part of the conversation with the comeback of like Scream and everything, because of course his character dies. But man, it's just so, I really love delving into the horror community as well, like especially David Howard Thornton, Lydia Manson, like all these indie horror movie makers are just killing it. And
Yeah.
I really loved that the past year, just getting into that stuff.
And it's cool to me too. I'm not the biggest horror movie watcher, but I love the community because you get great people. Like I said, tomorrow night is going to be Ivy Smith, and we're excited for her too. And a lot of them get their starts kind of like in like the hard road kind of jobs. Like Lydia Manson will tell you, like it's not easy. Like people think it's easy. Like, oh, I found you, now you're in acting. She's a lot of work, and they come from all different walks and they get into it. And Lydia's the first one to tell you, I'm nobody. But us, you're somebody. You're a great actress in these movies, and you're always great on the show. And like I said, I'm excited again tomorrow for Ivy, just to talk about her challenges she faces in the movies she's been in, and stuff like that. It's awesome, it really is.
Oh my God, I was watching the David interview and talking about the Terrifier and like what those girls went through. Like, that is a job. That is a really hard job to be like on like that all the time. And I don't know. It has to be scary too. Like, I know it's fake, but it has to be so scary.
I find it scary, and I know it's fake, and I can't even watch it without being terrified.
Oh, another movie that came out was that Megan movie. Did you see this?
No, that looks creepy as can be. Oh my
I want
God.
to see it so bad. We're going to have to go
Like-
to the movies to see.
We're watching the commercial, and Cassie's like, what is that?
It's like
Like-
dancing.
Is this a movie? It's, I know. Like, it's a movie. It's supposed to be a doll. And she's like, oh my God, what it, like, she was terrified of the commercial. Like, just watching. It's creepy.
I have to tell you, I got my sister that Nightmare game I was telling you about. It was like the
Yes.
video board game with the Crypt Keeper. I actually have the magazine. I wanted to show you because it was the Nightmare guy on the cover, the game that I got, and then it's David Howard Thornton interview in the magazine, like in the middle. It was really cool. But I showed my other sister. I'm like, oh look, I got her this like nostalgic video game, like from her childhood, everything. I was like, I was going to get you a Julie doll because we had growing up, and my sisters are a little older than me, they were born in the 70s. I was born in the 80s, but my mom had these dolls that would talk, and you put
Ugh.
like, cassette tapes in them, like a Teddy Ruxpin. but
Oh
they were-
God.
they were
Oh,
dolls.
like porcelain face doll.
Oh, yeah, I have to show
No
you.
way, dude.
Like, this is Julie. Her name is Julie.
Julie.
Terrifying.
I'm scared
Maybe.
just thinking about it.
Like, and
I
then
kind of know what I'm going to see.
you would turn out the lights and she'd be like, it's dark in here. Play
Ew.
with me. It was so scary.
Throw it away.
So that was Julie. And then there was Cricket. Cricket was a little cuter. Yeah, here we go. Oh, no, she wasn't. Oh, God. But these dolls are like hundreds of dollars, and they talk. Oh my God, I used to have that dress. I think every kid growing up then had that dress. Did you see it? You didn't see her eyes. Are you looking?
No, I'm looking at some smart ass. Facebook's so full of smart
Yes,
asses.
mine.
Anyway, let me see it again.
All right, look.
I'm afraid.
There's
What is that?
And Cricket would be like more happy and cheerful. But that reminded me of this Megan movie out right now.
He's alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. He is in the house. Mr. Bear
Yeah.
Rains. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Bear and JD.
Wall.
Love it, man. Love having you here. It's great. We're on horror dolls because our
Yeah.
see what happens when the guest doesn't show up. Oh, that's creepy looking.
What? Did you ever have a Teddy Ruxpin? I never had one of those.
No, I never had a Teddy Ruxpin.
My cousin had like legit Chucky dolls. They used to freak the shit out of me. So scary.
Oof. That's pretty nasty. That like. Oh, I wanted to take a moment because I had some conversations with these dudes the other day, and I always like to share because I always say it's a community out here in podcast land. I want to say hello to and get you familiar with the guys from Crazy Train Radio, another great local Philadelphia podcast. I had the great pleasure of talking to them. They were talking about trying to get into the Wing Bowl, and we would love to do that. And it's not really our event, but we'd like to get something together with these guys. They're pretty cool. They got a Facebook page. Here it is right here. You can find them on Facebook at Crazy Train Radio. YouTube, of course, Crazy Train Radio. It's a fun-filled podcast. They have guests like ours. Great show, great format. They've been at it for 15 years, Joel, which is awesome. State-of-the-art equipment, great program. And I said, we'll shout you out because I just love it. Maybe we'll have an episode where we get the guys on and maybe we can mix and match. Jonathan Steele is the name of the fellow I've been speaking with. He's a great dude. It looks like they really love what they do and have a great time doing it like we do here. And we're sharing some stories and some notes. And they know Jimmy Starr and, of course, Eileen. And so definitely So if you get a chance, check them out. Crazy Train Radio. I had a talking Casper friendly guy. Oh, that's spooky.
Casper. I love Casper. I used to have a little like glow in the dark Casper.
Well played.
No.
A talking Casper. Now, did you ever see the thing where somebody put the joke that Casper is Richie Rich, and that Richie Rich died and became Casper?
Oh, that makes sense.
If you ever see them side by side, it's like, wow.
Yeah, I know Richie Rich, the cartoon. I
Yeah.
used to watch all those old Casper cartoons with like Betty Boop and Wendy and all that, all those classic.
Yeah, I used to like Casper.
Did you see that? I think they're on HBO. They're getting rid of like all the original Looney Tunes. Like they're not airing them anymore.
Yeah. Put him in the vault. That's sad because
That is sad. Like they have Disney movies out on Disney Plus, and they have like disclaimers like, "Yo, this was made back in the day when we didn't know what the hell people were doing."
yeah, exactly. I guess you have to. Same face. It is the same face. Look at them side by side. Like, let
Yeah.
me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can put this together.
Casper.
Little,
Did Richie Rich have uncles? Well, Casper doesn't know how he died sledding. It was
You
really
guys
cold.
sledding?
I was out all day, and I got really sick, and my dad got sad. That's the story. It's so
Poor
sad.
Casper.
Yeah, he
man,
died of
that's-
pneumonia.
He did?
Yeah,
Oh my God, how dreary.
I know.
But I guess there had to be a way to. I mean, there's got to be a way he dies, right? Soon.
I mean, he is a ghost. Ghost.
He's the friendly ghost. Casper the friendly.
That's
I'm going to put them side by side here. This is going to be great. Look at this high technology you have. It's only taking me an hour or so for to get this far. Excellent.
what do you need an intern for.
You ain't kidding there. This is a little embarrassing how long it's taken. Okay, this will probably be the best shot of it here. All right, you ready for this?
Damn, I'm gonna blow up my screen.
Now, supposedly Richie Rich died of pneumonia too, they said. So
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, does he have
What?
3 uncles?
I have no idea, but
Oh
yeah,
my
hey,
God.
look at that.
Oh my god. That's him.
It's uncanny. They even have the high eyebrows and everything.
That's him. And he's
Casper,
rich. He has a
he's
vault.
rich. Casper,
got
the
a vault
wealthy
in the
ghost, the
mansion.
wealthiest ghost you know. Well, why is he friendly though? Usually rich people are snobs. Remember Casper the snobby ghost?
Because he's a rich kid. That's why. He's a nice kid. He's rich.
He is a nice kid. Richie Rich was a nice
But
kid.
you know,
too.
they said that about Corpse Bride is Jack, and then the dog is Zero, and then he died, and then the whole Tim Burton thing. Oh, and they also said the Grinch is Jack too, and that's why he wants to get Christmas back because he's the Grinch.
How about that? Interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting stuff. You just never know, Rudolph.
I always
Oh,
think
there's
about the
no big
creators and like they hear these stupid fan theories and they're like, shut up. Like, you know.
I know, right? Like the guy that
No,
made Richie Rich is
honestly.
like, oh my god, they figured it out. Can we drop it, please?
Crack the code.
Use the line you want to play before Chucky. Right? Casper used to say, "Want to play or want to be my friend?" Like weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah.
Another subject. We're talking about CEOs retiring tonight. Victoria's Secret CEO Amy Houck has announced that she's stepping down.
Girl, you wouldn't believe she's the no. Do you know that song?
No, I'm liking
Well,
it.
we'll sing the whole thing for you.
But
It's
another-
a girl. It's a girl CEO.
yeah, another blow for. She hasn't been there that long. I think 8 months, and she's already stepping down. They said that word of her departure is making stocks plummet. But for me, and I've heard a few people say this, bring back the catalogs, bring back the Angels, bring back the show. I think it kind of needs some of that old throwback. Not so much for a preferred angle, because some of them really, I mean, tall and skinny doesn't really do it for me. But there's something missing. I mean, outside of the fact that three pairs of underwear for $60 is, that's a problem. But they're the big name, and they're slowly disappearing. Do you think it's like a mall issue where malls are fading away? What do you think is the issue? I don't buy their stuff, obviously.
Malls definitely, but I think other great brands that are more reasonably priced. Like, yeah, I have Victoria's Secret stuff, but that's like a splurge. So that's like
Right.
stuff you have like not much of. but like there's so many other great brands of stuff. But there was that whole scandal. I wanted to watch that documentary too. I started watching it with Victoria's Secret and everything. So I don't know too much about it. Definitely thought a dude was in charge. Thanks, Jax, for that song. She said, I know Victoria's Secret. Girl, you wouldn't believe it. It's an old man that lives in Ohio making money off of girls like me. Cashing in on body issues. Skin and bones and big boobs. Those are the lyrics.
I mean, maybe the owner at one time was a dude, but
Dude.
now the secret is out. It's
See, I
Amy
always
Houck.
thought Victoria's Secret was like, Tyra. And, girls with something. Not like, anorexic chicks, right?
No, I didn't think so either. I mean, they all had, most of them had it in the right places. Some related, some were like really skinny. Some
Well, I
had
know.
nice-
Wasn't the Kardashians the Angels last time? Something?
I don't know, were they?
I don't know.
I think Britney Spears should be an angel. Because the Victoria's Secret type models find they make more money on OnlyFans. Well, yeah, as we said last week at WWE, like that chick was making a killing on her site, and they fired her because they said they weren't giving proceeds. Like, how much could she be making if a big company like WWE says we gotta fire her because you're not paying us our cut?
Wow. That's crazy.
Jesus. So new face to Victoria's Secret coming March 31st is her last day. So
Let's hope
I
it's
guess
a
in
woman.
April.
Not a dude.
Yeah, I know. I like that. Candace Cameron Bure, formerly of Full House, came out on social media yesterday and said, hug someone you love on the anniversary of Bob Saget's sudden death. Of course, there's no Candace Cameron, Bob Saget, part of the Full House family. Saget died rather suddenly. a year ago. And she's like, look, you just don't know who's here today and who's not here tomorrow. So hug people that you love and care about. Just let them know that you're thinking about them. And pretty deep message. They say that actors, actresses, when they're on a show for a while, become family and they get to be close to each other. Kind of a good story. Sad still to this day. Still, I know his wife was trying to.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know his wife was trying to hide the truth, and I really never pursued it. So
Yeah, I mean, sad for Bob Saget. Candace don't like her.
a lot of people don't.
She's like a homophobe. I heard she was like the meanest person to like Me Too. Like,
Really?
There's stories about her, but she's definitely like she's a homophobe too. Like,
Wow.
get the hell out of here.
She seems so very nice.
Mm.
Is the picture to paint.
Yeah,
But
I used to like DJ, but no.
yeah. But her brother has very strange beliefs too, and there was the rumor to this day that back when he was on Growing Pains, they brought in the actress Julie McCullough was her name, and apparently Julie was in Playboy, and once Kirk Cameron found out, he had her ousted off the show. Like, really?
Kirk Cameron's her brother? I didn't know that.
Kirk Cameron, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Better than hugs. Wear Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, you didn't know they were. Well,
Not that it affects me at all. Just-
I know. You learn something new every day here on our little program. Is that it for? I know. So this one might miss you because of your age, and there was a certain age that was big into this. The movie Grease. I hated Grease, but Grease was such a big thing for so many people. They're coming out with a new series that's going to be premiering on Paramount Plus called Grease. Rise of the Pink Ladies is supposed to be a prequel of the movie Grease, where the Pink Ladies form. Of course, move on to Greasedom. Are you familiar with the movie? Have you seen the movie? Are you a fan? I don't like it. I could care less.
A fan of the original?
Yeah.
You kidding me? Yeah. I love Grease. Jesus.
Man.
I did we go together in our 8th grade. We were the 8th grade talent show. We were the finale. We were in like our leather jackets and everything. The little dance number.
Wow.
I freaking love Grease. I love Olivia Newton-John. I'm down for the TV shows that are coming out. I really like the League of Their Own one they had. That
Yeah.
was funny. I only watched like one episode, and I might go back and watch that. But hey, if it's funny enough, I'm so down. Especially like feel good shows. I don't know. I've been watching that Ginny and Georgia. It's so corny. Like it has so many corny parts, but then it's like, whoa, like it's a good show. I love the actor. Actually, the one boy in it, he's like teenage. I'm sure he's like 20s or whatever, but he looks
I'm
just
sure
like,
he's like 6.
well, he looks just like Andrew James Blinder.
Aw.
He
it's weird.
does. I know, but
Maybe
it's
it's
a good show. It's not him.
It's not. Love me some Andrew James Blinder. Was not a fan of Grease. Did you ever see Grease 2?
No, I don't.
Oh my
know.
God. It's like Adrian Zmed and I think a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah,
Ooh, that was a bad movie.
I think I tried to watch it one time, and then I'm like, no. It's like when you go back and you're like, oh, I'll give Catwoman a shot. No,
Which one? The one with Halle Berry?
Halle Berry, yeah.
No, God, no. And I mean, I don't give a good crap what she looks like in that outfit. That movie is just that bad.
Awful.
Usually I say sex can save a movie. Not this time. Let's play, want to play one more song or you want to shoot some breeze or what? We got 15 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, up to you. Let's play a song.
Let's play one more. We'll do from last week's guest, Victoria Fire, because they're awesome. We're going to play the same song we played last week, Fire. Went over good tonight with Sepsis that we played their tune to give us a thumbs up. And, of course, like I said, share some messages. So I'll let Victoria Fire know we rolled them out again tonight because they're a great band. I love them. They were super cool last week. If you missed it, you can catch the replay on YouTube. Definitely worth it because they're a cool band here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nice group. We had a little fun with their bass player who we technically fired on our show. this week, that poor guy. So let's check it out. Victoria Fire, the song is Fire. We'll come back in a few minutes. When we come back, we're going to give a roundup of who's coming on this program in the next few weeks, including Jewel Tady's birthday. Although we're not telling you who's coming on.
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you when we come back from the song. Wrong song. There's the song. Fire by Victoria Fire. Right here on the Yo Show. See you about 4 minutes.
Save me, all the shame, crying through. And I don't think you'd like if you knew I've grown so cold to know I'm all alone. Save me from breaking down. Save me. Watch I'm burning away. I burn away. Flames are calling my name. I'm not afraid. You say I'm true and I am free. Now that I can finally see I've come so close to know I'm not alone. Embrace me. I'm breaking down. Embrace me. I'm on fire. Watch I'm burning away. I burn away. Flames are calling my name. I'm not afraid. Drowning in the embers, let's light fighting through the change. I'm I'm Watch I'm burning away. I burn away. Flames are calling my name. I'm not afraid.
Yeah, I love that one. That was just from last week. Victoria Fire, JD Wolf. Like, what did I just come back to? You came back to an awesome song. Caitlin Washko, Andy Otto, and the band Victoria Fire. That is their song Fire. It's their first big hit. An awesome one, dude. Check it out. Victoria Fire is the band. It's actually Caitlin's middle name. We're like, where'd you come up with Victoria Fire? I was like, well, my middle name's Victoria. Threw me for a loop. I love her. I think she's cool. Definitely a cool girl. And I love her voice. She definitely can crank it out. And that was good. They were a great time last week. We were more than happy to play their song this week. And we love it. We love when we get the chance. I'm sure Facebook has warned us 100 times tonight about copyrights. That's okay. Check it out on YouTube where all the fun stuff happens.
Go to YouTube, like and subscribe.
Go to YouTube, like and subscribe. That is some badassery. I think they're the only banner I didn't put up. As we're to find out there. Okay, www.victoriafire.com. I'll run down the bottom for a few. Find them on Facebook at Victoria Fire, as well. Well worth it. Great band. Great bunch of people. Like I said, the interview last week was great. And if you're checking this out tonight on replay, check that on replay as well. And like and subscribe. All that good stuff. Jewel, let's hit everybody with what's coming up, because we have so much great stuff coming up on the program. And we actually have a little, and I didn't post. I did.
Can you give me a hint, please?
I sure can. There it is right there. There's the person's face.
So it's a male.
Nope.
Is it a human?
It is human.
Hmm.
But what it is, I cannot tell. Because you're gonna love it. That's just for that. You're gonna love it.
Oh my god. I need to be prepared. Like, how am I going to prepare?
I'm gonna try to get some questions together. I don't know what to ask this person.
Oh my god.
I'll get it together. So anyway, tonight was Andy Ross. I didn't change that. But anyway, coming up next week, January 17th, another core PR artist, Drew Smith, will be our very special guest. Hopefully we get him. I know something happened to Andy tonight, but Drew Smith is scheduled to be with us next week, the 17th. January 24th is Jewel Tady's birthday. The mystery guest, none other than... excuse me. Sorry. The mystery guest is none other than... I can't. For some reason, every time I go to say it, I get a little choked up.
Throat chakra is needing some love.
A little bit. And then the following week, January 31st, one of my absolute favorites, the very sexy, very lovely actress and model, Miss Fallon Vendetta, will be on our program on the 31st. Very excited for that. Love me some Fallon Vendetta. It took us a while to get her here, but she finally agreed to come on. So hopefully we'll have a great time with her on the 31st. Philly girl, too. So we're going to talk about a little bit of her acting and some modeling and some tattoos and other good stuff. January 30th, that's for the 31st. December 7th. What am I losing it? February 7th. Singer Dane Lewis, another gentleman from the Core PR group. Kind of looks like a good-looking dude, too. So tell your lady friends. Got to be on the February 7th. We also have a few more. We are going to be welcoming back in a few weeks to our program. I spoke to her the other day. Love this girl. She's coming on February 28th. It's the return of Lisa Orlando.
Woo!
Yep, very excited for her. She has some new music out. She's with a record company now, so I don't know if we're going to be able to play them. But we'll talk about them. And I love Lisa Orlando. We keep in contact once in a while. We'll shoot each other messages, see how we're doing, etc. And she's a great human being. I love her. She's coming back on the program on the 28th. The two you see next to you, that's Yo 2.0, which is our Wednesday night show. Ali Commissaro, sorry, Ali, of course, comes back with us. Tomorrow, it returns tomorrow, the 11th, with actress Ivy Smith. And then the following Wednesday, the 18th, a local girl as well, model Mandy Marie will be on the program. We'll talk to her about some modeling and some content, etc. Should be some great stuff on both the Yo Show and Yo 2.0. We got lineups just packed and filled. We got a lot of names on deck. Sure, don't feel bad. I also pulled off a surprise for Allie's birthday. I kind of caught wind of somebody she really likes, and I asked them to be on the show. And that's almost lined up. And, of course, as we mentioned earlier, I do it for you girls because you deserve it. You're both great, and I love it. Of course, she's like, I like Taylor Momsen. Yeah, who doesn't? That ain't happening. And, whoa, there's a picture of Laurence Bedard. I forgot I had that on the thing there. This is the picture I want coming back to the program March 14th. The amazing actress, Miss Betsy Russell, comes back to the program. A lot of great stuff coming up, Drew. We got packed into mid-March. Just talking to Will. When we find a day, March, April, etc., Sepsis will be making a return to our program as well. I don't know how many of them we'll get. Try to get the whole band this time and just talk about what's up. Will said they're coming back to the area too, so that'd be absolutely awesome. We love them. We thank them for the thumbs up tonight, tuning into the program, letting us play their great song. And, of course, it wouldn't be me without running the banner. Right? Run the banner, kid. Hang on.
Everyone thinks my special guest will be Bruce.
You know what? If it was Bruce, I wouldn't be able to contain it.
Bruce or Jason Momoa?
There's just some, like I said, I tried to get Henry Cavill, and that didn't work out either. Some of them are just really hard. And when I tell you that I reached out to a few different names, although I know this is a good name, and no offense to this person, you start at the mountain. I managed Jamie Kennedy. I still think you were going to die. And then
I did. Passed away that night.
you did. The look on your face is priceless. You can go
I'm
back
going to be
to
so excited.
YouTube. It is exciting. It's somebody that I know that you like and you will enjoy it. And we're going to have a fun time. And like I said, I reached out to this person's PR and they're like, yep, definitely on board. Definitely on board. Very interested in doing it. So I'm like, wow, that was great. And just like that, too, he's like, very interested. The PR guy said. Very good.
Oh,
You know, it's like I present the birthday and that you're a fan and that, I do tell a little bit of the story. I'm like, you're a hardworking single mom who does a great job with me here. She deserves it. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, oh, great.
oh,
Like I said, I
okay.
like Beth Gibbons was like this close. I
wouldn't
know.
even- I'm just, no.
I
don't-
tried
don't
it. I'm
even
like,
know.
this is going nowhere. And then after your birthday came, I got an apology email from her public relations woman. Said, we're so sorry. I got this late. Beth does so little press. She's very quiet. She doesn't.
Sorry,
and
just
I'm
send me
like,
an autograph.
I just said, can we get an autograph? And when I can, that's where we lost things.
Oh,
It is. It's Casper the Friend of the Goose. It's actually Richie Rich
Devin Sawa.
himself. Macaulay Culkin will be Jules' very special.
no, screw Macaulay Culkin. Give me Devin Sawa. Hello. I love
God.
Devin Sawa. And he is in Chucky.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Who's he play?
He's like rugged now. His Twitter, his Instagram is really funny. I like his stuff.
Yeah, well, the person we have coming on is also rugged,
Okay.
I guess. You're going to love it. That's the 24th of March. Tell your friends. I slowed down my drinking a little bit, although I feel Jewel owes a pounding from what she did to me on my birthday with Christina Chris and the band Kaleido, who insisted on me drinking a couple thousand times. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so many great things coming up. So many great episodes coming up. Some great actors, actresses, singers, artists, professional clowns, like it's coming on for Jules' birthday. Ooh, I gave it away. No, I didn't. Ha! Look at you looking. I should have saved David Howard Thornton for your birthday. That would have been great.
That would have been great.
But this one's great. Did you see his updated Home Alone clip? No, but I get the feeling I know what I'm going to be doing as soon as we're done here. I'm going to be checking it out.
Yeah, and I gotta figure out what I'm doing on my actual birthday. I took off, took some vacation days. I don't know. I figure I gotta do something. Get
I mean,
on my show.
For the time you're around town, we'll be happy to do anything. I had a great time last year. Getting out for
No,
your birthday.
seeing Ray, and that was great.
That was
find
great.
Where Ray's at, so Ray can sing me happy birthday again.
I like it. He found us in the crowd before we even said anything. Man.
I
He knew we were
know.
there.
Yo, show in the
That's-
building.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I love hearing that. That's super cool.
I'm down. Let's find out who's playing that weekend. We'll go see them.
Okay, I like it. Ray Coleman usually has. I wouldn't mind seeing either. And I know she has dates. There might be a little bit of a travel, but Laura Cheadle
Ooh,
has dates coming up. I would love to go see her, but she plays kind of far. But we'll see.
yeah.
Figure something out.
Make it happen.
I'm a professional clown, but Jeff isn't having me come on. Whoa, that sounded disgusting when you're reading out loud and slow.
The slow and creepy voice.
I made it creepier by the way I read it.
God.
That's it for the show tonight. We apologize to those that came out to see Andy Ross tonight. Unfortunately, could not make it. We'll reschedule him at a later date. Try to find some time next week. His core PR line mate, if you will, Drew Smith, is scheduled to be our very special guest. Play a tune and get to talking to her. Oh, what? Oh, you're going to see her this Saturday? That's awesome, dude. She's so red hot right now, too. Her music's blowing up. She's just great. We love her. JD, thanks as always, man.
Thank
JD
you.
Wolf, Bear Range are two
Feel
superstars.
better.
When the shirts come out and all, you guys are getting shirts. You guys are definitely getting your shirts. Probably going to have them at the Wing Bowl, and then we'll mass produce them and get them out. Just some great people that definitely deserve it.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget next week, Drew Smith. And we thank you to Sepsis, Molly Rhythm, even though they don't know we played their song, we did anyway. Of course, the Victoria Fire Band, who was on last week, we played one of their numbers as well. Check out all these great bands right now. Check out the O Show Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Check out Yo 2.0 tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Ali Commissaro and myself will welcome actress Ivy Smith. Jeff the Shark Perini, Jewel Tatey will take you out of here with the music of St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn at www.stricketts.com. Great seeing you as well, Bear Range. Have yourself a great evening. Let's get some St. Ricketts rolling. Let's start from the beginning. Number 1. Number 2. Let's get the volume turned up. I might have done it right this time. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Was it truly blessed and the taste of it poison deeper than you know? Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of low? So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot burn. Wanted to embrace what it takes for it, pouring salt into the wound, willing to erase what I'd lose for it, to accept what I assume. So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot, searching for something, destined for nothing, losing composure over and over. Truly bliss if the taste of it poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of low? So